Struggling to recruit caregivers? Who isn't? If you own a home care business, I know that this is a huge problem, but you've only got so much time in the day. The issue that a lot of agency owners face, or what I should say, mistakes that agency owners do, is they focus more on, hey, we need caregivers, instead of really thinking about this as a sales process. If your strategy when it comes to Indeed ads or recruiting in general is just, we have jobs, that is not going to help you. We need to be very strategic about how we are approaching our target audience, specifically caregivers, in a way that's going to deliver value and get them to want to work with you. Hi, my name is Nick Bonitatibus, and on today's episode of Home Care Digital, we're talking about recruiting strategies that drive greater results without adding more to your already existing busy plate. The key to driving greater results first starts with understanding, what problem are you solving? Because here's the thing. If you're in business, you solve problems. That's how business works. What I'm going to teach and dive into is nothing new. So you know that this will work because I'm not the creator of this. I'm just a vehicle from years and history of other successful businesses that have done this same thing. Business is about solving problems. Sales is about solving problems. Guess what? Caregiver recruitment is about solving their problem. What problem do they have? What are their issues? Well, maybe they're not getting consistent hours. Maybe they don't like the company culture. Maybe they're working at assisted living or a nursing home, and they're just working with 10, 15 patients a day, and it's just crazy madness, and they can't stand it. Or they want a more flexible schedule. Notice how these are different problems that one particular caregiver may have. And so we may even leverage and use different problems as key marketing points when we're trying to track these new caregivers. So once we understand the problem, we need to present the solution in a way that's going to drive greater results. And so what we need to do is create what I like to call an irresistible offer. Now, you may be asking, Nick, what is an irresistible offer? Well, it's pretty clear in the name, but what does it mean when it comes to creating it for caregiver recruitment? Here's the thing. This is not going to require that much time for you, so get your notepad and pen and start writing. When it comes to your caregiver recruitment process, we need to first think about, what do they get when they join your team? And we're talking about everything. I do this a lot with my clients. This is part of what we help them to create, is really helping them to define what it is that makes their company great. And here's the thing, you're already doing so many things. You're already doing so much of this in your business. It's just a matter of how we can take it, package it, and put it in front of our caregivers to drive greater results. So what do they get as part of your irresistible offer? Well, let's talk about some examples. I already mentioned some of them as consistent hours, right? Because that's one of the problems that they're having. So having that as a feature, hey, we have consistent hours. Now, that being said, obviously you have to have a lot of available shifts. You've got to be marketing. It's one of the balancing acts that comes with running a home care business, that you need to have an influx of caregivers and clients at the same time so that you can keep both audiences happy. But understanding that most caregivers want that consistent hours, so being able to provide that is going to be an attractive tool for recruitment. Another thing is a positive culture. Everyone says that they have a positive culture, but what does that mean? Let's get specific. Do you do caregiver recognition, caregiver of the month? Are you giving shout outs, right? All these things that go into showcasing that you have company culture become an effective tool to leveraging it. Are you hosting events, Christmas parties, Halloween parties, Thanksgiving? Are you doing anything like this? If you are, then that needs to be part of your job ads. Yes, part of your irresistible offer. How are we stacking every single thing that they do? Don't leave out any details. Start writing it down. What do they get when they join your team? And don't skip a beat. So what are some other things? Maybe they get health insurance, vision, dental, right? There's a whole other flex of different healthcare benefits that they get. Now, I understand that when it comes to healthcare benefits, they may not get it until, they've worked a certain amount of hours, but they can earn that. So put that there. It's going to be a great sales tool for you for recruiting. Do you have a caregiver community that allows people to interact? There's a lot of different really cool, unique softwares that allows caregivers to connect It allows you to showcase this appreciation or post about caregivers. And so put that as part of your offer. Add that to the list. We're trying to come up with a list as many things as possible in everything that you get. What happens when they first join your team? Do you give them scrubs? Do you give them a swag bag? What are you giving them when they first join your team? This, again, adds to the value. We're trying to create a value stack of so many things that when somebody sees it, a prospective caregiver, the best caregivers, they're going to stop and go, wow, you get all this? There's more examples of this. What about caregiver training? Do you do regular, consistent caregiver training where they get paid to learn? Yes. Well, guess what? Add that to the list. Do you offer early access to pay or same-day pay? Another great benefit that you can now add. Opportunity for additional earning through referral programs. Maybe you have a certain bonus that they get when they bring in other caregivers, or when they join, they get a sign-on bonus. So again, we're listing that. When I'm working with my clients, this becomes an extremely long list compiled of all of these different things that we can now leverage and utilize in our marketing efforts. But if we're waiting to showcase all of these amazing things in our orientation, it's too late. This needs to be the first thing that we lead with. And so like next week, I'm actually going to showcase how you can utilize all of this content, leverage it into ChatGPT using amazing tools like AI, and then create a job description that's going to be more persuasive to getting the top caregivers that you want. But it starts with creating your offer and really thinking about everything that you need. Don't worry about it being written nicely. Just put it into a document, a Google Doc, start typing it up and just listing out everything that you do. It is as simple as that. Once you've got this entire list, then we're going to really start to utilize it and leverage it in our marketing efforts so that when a caregiver comes, you're able to say, when you join our team, you get this. Whoa, really? We get all of that? Yeah. We're not presenting it as, hey, by the way, we're looking for caregivers. Here's your job responsibilities. They know job responsibilities are going to be one of the last things that we focus on. And so join me next week. We're going to actually dive into specifically how you can use AI, create better job descriptions to get results. And I'm actually even going to share an example of one of my clients, what we did with her, and the results that she's seen. She was blown away, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I'll see you next week. But if you can't wait and you want some free resources right now, go to homecarebrandmastery.com and get our free training today.